Hey guys, it's a video tutorial on how to speedrun Mega Man X Mobile. This is not Mega Man X, the game released on the Super Nintendo in 1994. If you want a speedrun tutorial on that game, you're not going to find it here. However, if you're still piqued your interest in all that, you can watch this. There's not a lot of people that run this game, and so I'm trying to make this tutorial more so to spread awareness. It's just kind of a watch back on my world record run where I explain certain strategies and stuff I do, show, show how to be fast pretty much. So let's just get started. Um, in the main menu, all the options are on the left. So you're gonna click, it's like, you click story mode, easy, and then new game. The first time you click the new game, it selects the option. The second time you click new game, it actually starts the game. So timing starts on that second click. And you're just gonna mash this text and then hold right. You kind of get a general idea of the positioning. It's around here-ish. Yeah, you see, you just hold that. There's two ways to get above that guy. You either jump or you shoot. I do both. I mostly just shoot because it's easier and you don't have to think about it. And this guy will take a blue shot and a pellet. So there's 3 levels of shots in this game, charge-wise. There's the normal pellet, which is not charged at all. There's a green shot, which you don't see here, and there's a blue shot, which is most charged, I would say. A lot of movement in this game revolves around having good charge, good charging, preserving it, using it when you need to. So these guys take a blue shot and a pellet to kill. You go through these guys, you can kill them pretty easily. Most of this intro stage is just kind of running. Yeah, so you kill that guy. I kind of have more of a handle on the positioning, but it doesn't really matter. You can do this as long as you're holding forward and shooting things. You don't need to kill everything. The main roadblock is that blue guy, and I'm not sure how many of the people who like stomp down or whatever, I'm not sure how much harm they cause or how much in the way they get, because I just shoot all of them. This is a B-blader. I'll probably edit in like the optimal way to do this because I don't think I do it at all. But you want to end up on this side and you want to land as much shots on it as possible. It's kind of hard to do it optimally, but we'll just see how I do here. Yeah, just kind of that. You hold down your shoot button, you kind of jump into it and then end up over here. You only really get hit once. It doesn't do a lot of damage. But yeah. And here there's 2 enemies. There's one right there, which you can kill. I kill these kind of like badly, but it's fine. And also just keep in mind that health-wise, you don't want to get any health pickups because that loses you time in the Vile fight at the end of the stage. Because you need to be, I think it's like 5 or below. It's around here-ish that you want to be at. And you'll see how I get there. I have different strats. I'll probably find those at some point just to show you, because it's like a second faster what I do now since I've gotten this world record. Yeah, and you see the same thing with B-blader. So there's going to be a guy up here that you want to jump as late as possible on that in order to land here. A lot of times you'll end up here if you don't jump late enough. It's fine, doesn't lose that much time. Again, the game isn't that optimized to the point where that matters that much. And there's like another guy up there, there's gonna be a guy over here. I'm just jumping a lot because I'm probably bored at this point. You want to kill all of these guys and avoid the health pickups. So what I do here is I just get hit. I have a different and better strategy I'll have to show you. But what you want to do, this is like one of the only real glitch type things that happen here, is once this guy hits you and he's like kind of into you like that, you're in the middle of him, you want to shoot him, and that kind of pushes you in front of him. It saves, I don't even know how much time it saves. I know it does save time, but even in my more modern recent route of how I do that, I still do that clip. And here, so what you want to do, I'll just show you, I'll explain what I do now. Instead of taking damage all the way through, I shoot this guy, and then I jump over everything until I end up at this same point where I do that same thing. And then here, I just take damage at every car and just turn around, shoot him real quick. What I do here, it still gets me low, but it's kind of inefficient and loses a bit of time. So as you see me shoot, there's 6 cars always. I just want to hold right here. I think it's fastest just to hold right during this fight. Yeah, and I split the interstage at like when that little ball hits me, but it doesn't really matter that much because I know speedrunners of the SNES game split when at the grab. You're smashing through this text. So whenever this text is done, after X I know you can do it, you want to mash up here. Because there's going to be a little screen. It's going to be this little screen. You see the back buttons up here. You want to mash that. And then mash here to menu quickly to Penguin. Now this stage is, we're obviously doing this first to get the dash. So you want to jump up and hit that bunny right there. And then just like keep shooting pellets to kill the lumberjack guy over here. And you're just gonna go jump about here and shoot a charge shot as early as possible. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the shot to land on that bunny before it jumps and causes you to take damage. And what you can do is you can jump around here and land here. Like you shoot, then you jump and you land here. I don't do it in this PV, but I've been doing it. It makes avoiding this bunny more consistent. Because, I don't know, it makes it better. Because you land in front of it and it jumps over you. And you're pretty much just walking through here. There's going to be this guy. You can just shoot a charge shot and kill him like that. And so around here-ish, it's like here-ish, you want to jump up here. You're going to see me do it. And wall jump off of that, and you're going to do it again right here, up, and then over there. Both of those jumps save a little bit of time. Now obviously we're getting the dash. And so you want to hold your thumb around here-ish, I think. Yeah. Because you want to hit both buttons. And the movement of that, you're obviously, I mean, you want to jump, you want to go up here, dash, jump up, so you can hit the enemies up here. Then kill that guy, and then just kind of like fall down. And bash, you want to be able to hold and hit 2 shots on that bird in order to not take damage. It's kind of tricky to do, and oftentimes I slow down a bit. I mean, here I was able to get it. It's all a timing thing, getting that. Because Because, so like jumping down here and killing these guys is simple, but this is just, it takes 2 shots. Any 2 shots to kill that guy. You want to shoot, or yeah, you want to shoot that, and you want to go down here and shoot immediately upon landing, so you can kill everything. So I kind of screwed that up. You want to jump up you want to jump up a lot higher than that. You want this bottom part of the shot to hit this top part of the snowball, so that way it barely gets to this guy right here. I don't do a good job in this PvP, and I have to spend some time just like killing him. Then obviously that shot, and then you want to go up. A lot of this movement's kind of simple, but you just want to have charge shots to kill all the guys. And also, just in terms of movement generally, you see it with this boss door. You can't, if you dash 2 times, you just hold the dash button and you dash twice, you lose time because you stop for a few frames before dashing again. So what you want to do, and you'll see me do it here, is you dash, then jump, then dash. That makes it to where you're moving forward the whole time. You're gonna see me hold this. It's kind of a riskier strat, because sometimes Chill Penguin will block you with either that attack or its shield. There's in order to kill Chill Penguin, you need 3 blue shots and a green shot at minimum. A lot of times it works out to being 4 blue shots just because of how the timing of it works. But it's also, I know slides are slow just from watching like Super Nintendo game speedrun tutorials. I do it kind of slow there. This is a decent stage for me overall, I guess. And then I tend to split my stages when X does that, where he raises his arm in the air. We're next going to Spark Mandrill. I'm going in weakness order, because I don't think there's any reason to do anything else. Because switching weapons is kind of redundant in mobile, because you need to go in the menu to do it. I mean, the movement here is just pretty normal when you're dashing, jumping. Making sure to always jump after a dash. That's very important, because you lose a decent amount of time throughout the entire run if you're just holding dash. And so this dark room, you're going to see me make a lot of mistakes with these, because I'm not really good at the Mandrill dark rooms. But you want to aim up here, you want to jump up here and then shoot, because I kind of shoot immediately after, but I should be up there. Your blue shot is very big, so it should be able to hit anything as long as it's aimed in the general direction of it. It's kind of hard to, because I think I'm past. You just want to jump high there, and then there you jump high again. One of the dark rooms are just one of those things where you just kind of have to get used to it. I can't really explain fully. It's one of those things that just kind of comes with practice. And you see me like go up and like kick off this wall. These ladders are finicky. You need to be like right over them in order to go down, and then obviously press jump to like get rid of them. This guy requires 4 blue shots to kill, and he is not fun. What I tend to do is I tend to go up here, land 1 or 2 shots depending on how he moves, because sometimes you'll shoot your shot and then he'll like go down or something. It's very random. There's not a way I found that's consistent at it. Maybe rerouting this to be later in the run might help, but you also lose probably more time from having to do a boss buster only. So you see I go up here, hit, I kind of hang around this side because you want to leave this door. I do it kind of slowly because I don't hit the shots as fast as possible, but just having again, it's another one of those things that come with practice, just kind of staying near that wall and being able to climb it when needed. I shot that shot very high. You want to shoot it down here to hit this guy. And then shoot another one as soon as it charges to hit this guy, and then just, I've not found a way to not take damage from this guy without losing war time. So I just tank it. And you want to shoot as late as possible, shoot a blue shot in the pellet immediately after, so you can kill the guy back there and also the turtle. A lot of times you'll know when you do it kind of fast. Actually, I don't know, because that felt pretty solid. But if you can, you want to shoot this guy and kill him. Right after jumping off a ladder, shoot him. It's kind of timing precise, but it saves you a little bit of time. And so, of course, you kill that turtle so it doesn't shoot you. What you want to do is you want to end up on this pillar and then jump to the ladder. Like that. And then you want to shoot down here, then up here. Or it's like while you're falling. It's a weird timing. I've only gotten it a few times, actually. Fall and then shoot, I think a few frames. One or a few frame window for hitting that guy right there. Yeah, and then the movement again here, you just kind of have to learn. Just take note of where I shoot. That's the most important thing, is noticing where I shoot to kill the enemies early without taking damage. And of course, you switch to ice down here. Menuing in this game, I've not fully explored it, honestly. Quick change is weird and finicky, and I don't use it at all on this run, and I only use it a few times now. But you want to click this, and it's a double click to hit whatever weapon option you want to use. So this guy, obviously, we're going to use the ice, and you want to hold, and then you have to time your shots. Again, this is another thing with practice. This stage requires a lot of practice to be pretty good at it. You want to use that shot, you want to hold it to use it as soon as possible, and then wait for him to, like, wait for his immunity frames to run out, and then hit him. And I took a lot of damage throughout, and so that was not the greatest, but it's fine. Just, you want to stay right in front of him optimally, and he doesn't move. That's the best case scenario. We're gonna go up here to Armadillo. This is like this is a source of one of the only other quote-unquote glitches in this run. You're gonna see, we're gonna go on this minecart, and right at the very end, as late as possible, you want to jump. I was not paying attention, I guess, but like here-ish, when the cart is here, when it's right about to fall off, you want to dash and jump. Oh wait, I think I just did it differently. And then obviously you use the momentum. It's like a minecart momentum glitch or something. The only reason why I'm even calling it a glitch is because ConfirmDeny called it a glitch. But this is just pretty standard movement across here. Again, making sure to jump after dashing. You want to take note of these enemies. You want to kill them pretty much as soon as they get on screen. You want to jump from here pretty late to end up down there. And obviously just take note of all those enemies there. That's kind of one you also have to learn, but just shoot as soon as you see any relevant enemies. This is another momentum glitch. You're gonna jump here, I think. It's here where you're supposed to jump. Yeah. And then you're gonna damage tank through this guy that's down there. You can't go too far, otherwise you run the risk of getting hit by the spikes. So I go pretty far. I play it kind of safe. But you completely have to skip killing it, you know? And again, this spike jump right here, jumping over these spikes, you want to jump very late there and hold that jump in order to barely make it on this. And so right here, quick changing, you hold up here and you like drag. Oh, I guess I do use it in this run. You want to jump off right there. But yeah, so you just quick change to electric and that saves time menuing later. And here you just want to hold it. This fight is kind of luck dependent, I think, but you want to wait until they're on the ground and just kind of spam shots. You can hold it to do it, you don't have to like manually click the button. On easy, most bosses die quickly enough to where you don't have to worry about ammo. But yeah, this is Armadillo. We're gonna go to, what's it, Kulinger next, I think? No, it's Octopus. Again, you want to kind of memorize the layout of the bosses on that grid. There's a way, so I actually don't think I have it on video. I've only done it a few times to kill that turtle with pellets or whatever, with, you know, while moving as fast as possible. I just damage tank here. And then this I do kind of stupidly. So obviously, like, you want to kill this guy down here, and then you want to shoot here-ish. Yeah, because that's where this guy is. You can kind of use the color of this. I don't really do it. I just kind of have a general idea of the position of things. But you want to kill this guy. I didn't, which is bad. But, and ideally, you also, you want to, I think it's, you jump from here, a little hop here or here, and then you just jump as much as possible. No, that's actually not what you're supposed to do. You want to use this, jump here generally late, I guess. I think I just failed to jump. And then you end up around here-ish, and you want to shoot your full shot and kill this guy. And you deal with both of those at once. And you end up here, and around this time you want to shoot to take care of that guy. Doesn't really matter how high you jump, even if you fall. You just go here and you hold shoot, and if it pulls you in, just like turn around and keep shooting. You want to stay near that. You want to shoot very late, like when you're like almost gonna hit it, in order to get this buster shot to kill another person later. Again, this room's kind of tricky because you want to jump low to avoid that guy. Then starting here, you land here, you dash, and you kill that person, and then you hold jump to jump as high as possible to avoid them. The water physics allow you to jump very high. And another one of these guys, I don't know what they're called. If they pull you in, be careful of these spikes. I was not paying attention and almost died. So, you want to jump from here. I didn't do that, and you end up around here. You just go here. You want to jump around here-ish to go up to the little platform right there. And this guy requires 5 shots to kill. I'm not sure if I get the setup, but basically you want to shoot as soon as you go near that guy. Shoot again up there. You can just kind of see what I'm doing. But you set it up to where as he's coming around, you get your 5th shot in. And then that guy, they pull you in, and so you can kind of keep your momentum. So as long as you kill them before you're fully inside of the little pufferfish, you don't have to worry about losing any time, which I take advantage of. And obviously, quick menu to, menu to rolling shield. And you just want to go here. I've not found a way to consistently kill this guy fast. I just kind of go up to him and like unload. And sometimes he jumps, and if there is a rolling shield active, you can't shoot another one. And if he decides to go up and do his little tornado attack, which he doesn't do here, but if he decides to do that, then the fastest thing to do is just jump into it and then quickly jump out after. I think it happens in Sigma 3, but that's ideally what you want to do in order to take care of that attack as soon as possible. But basically anything outside of what this was loses time. Also, I realize I forgot to mention this for every other boss, but you want to position yourself when you're killing bosses. You want to position yourself as close to the middle as possible. Doesn't matter your height as long as you are just in this line right here, because X will take time to move from whatever position he is to the middle in order to leave the stage, and that is time loss. We're doing Kuwanger next. And this stage I suck at. I'm going to explain to you what to do. Obviously pay attention, mash. But you obviously want to jump up to these ladders. You want to try to hit that ladder. And you need to hold up in order to get these ladders. And so you're trying not to land on the ground at all. So from there, you go to this ladder. From here, you go to this ladder. And then this is a trickier one. You want to hold up and hit that ladder, because that genuinely loses some time. This, I just kind of jump, bunny hop over these ledges. And then that one, I don't know how to avoid that laser. But I just kind of, jump about. Another one there. And then just kind of mash that. Jump there. These guys you want to dash and jump over quickly, and you need to hit all of them. You need to jump all of them, jump over all of them perfectly like that, pretty much, because otherwise you will mess up their timing and you can't jump to avoid their little turret things that they shoot, because they will just hit you. So if you waste any time, really, I think from like this point onward when they're on screen, then it's faster to just kill them instead of worrying about getting hit. At least especially because you have your full charge and you can hit them with the buster than the pellet. So obviously here, I do it well. Sometimes I don't though, and I need to just back it up with either getting hit or I back it up with either getting hit or with just killing them normally. You need to be roughly in the middle of this elevator for it to start, so don't stop dashing the moment you enter the room like I did. And then it's moving slow. Those things pass by slowly. You want to watch out there for health pickups from these guys, because health pickups freeze the game and that loses time. It's not as important as it is in the intro stage, but it still can have an effect. And I kind of wait for that to be close and then dash. I usually wait a little longer and lose a little bit of time, just to consistently dash up that quicker, or dash and hit that jump. So here, easy mode adds these little yellow block things, and these are only really relevant twice in the game. And this is one of those points. This room relies a whole bunch on these. Can I so you just want to wall jump off of these to get up to ladders pretty much. So you're just gonna kind of see the movement here. Again, taking note of where to kill these guys. There's a guy on that ladder. It's gonna be a guy up here. You need to do this one fast in order for him to not shoot anything at you. You need to do it really fast. I get off pretty well here. And I kind of just lose the ability to function, which is nice. But you just, again, you're just going up this tower. Damage taking doesn't really matter there. I just run into that guy because I don't really know what else there is to do. And then you're going to homing torpedo, which is pretty fast at killing Crewlinger if he doesn't teleport a lot. So you just want to dash to the center immediately dash to the center and just hold the shot. If he teleports in another direction, just aim in that direction. It's as simple as that. You know, the weapon does all the work for you. And we're doing Chameleon next, yeah. And this is honestly one of my favorite stages. There's a lot of just normal movement. Or not normal movement, it's like clean movement. So what I did there, that was bad. Obviously you want to kill that guy, but you want to try to get like, I would even recommend going over here, being in that hole, jumping up and shooting a blue shot. So that way you can kill this guy. Because I think that's what I do normally. But even if you don't do that, you still want to kill him. This whole first room is a huge mess. You want to have a short jump just to not fall off the ledge. Falling off the ledge loses time because you kind of slow down midair. So you want to have a little short jump. This guy doesn't matter if you're not clinging onto this wall. So it's a really short jump and then shooting your blue buster shot somewhere near this guy. And you can just jump over him, and then ideally you want to jump up here, shoot this guy. I don't, because, you know, why be fast? There's 4 rock guys in this next room. They're all a little bit tricky to jump over. You need to have pretty good timing in order to do it well. So this guy, you can just do that. 2 of those, so this second guy, it's better to jump from here or from like here-ish. You never want to jump from the same platform as him. Because I think what I do is I jump from here to get over him, and then this guy, it's, you know, flat ground, doesn't really matter. And then you want to go down here to jump over the last guy. And then make sure that last bit is kind of tricky. Because there's a few frames maybe, so the moment you land you want to hit jump in order to jump over this gap and end up over here. Again, keep in mind, I'm jumping a lot to avoid, you know, to avoid losing time by stopping. This, it's like 2 or 3 jumps, and then you shoot to get rid of that guy, and I recommend honestly killing that guy so you don't have to worry about him. These enemies I kind of struggle with, honestly. Like, I could do a lot better of a job than I do now. Like, obviously I shoot them. I should go down, shoot this guy. Like, shoot. I thought I would have a blue by now. Or even shoot from here, maybe. Save up my blue, wait until that guy. I would need to, like, record a good Sting Chameleon in order to, like, kind of show you what's up. And we're doing Cutter. So this is an interesting strat that we use. Again, I'm gonna stop kind of going over, like, normal movement of just running and jumping unless it's, like, relevant, like the rock guys or anything like that, or if there's anything you need to keep in mind. Just, you know, because that should be pretty standard by now, just running, jumping to make sure you don't, like, have to reset your dash. So Sting Chameleon, you want to hold the boomerang and you want to jump up here. So you want to get a few shots out and then go up here and just cling onto the wall and shoot. Like that. You have to jump up a few times in order to kill him. Or her, or them. You know what? It's a fucking robot. Who cares? But you have to jump a few times in order to get all the shots in, and it's kind of precise timing-wise. It's pretty easy to get once you're used to it. This is one of the few times that you're not super worried about positioning at the end of the boss, just because killing him that way is that much faster. Now we're doing Storm Eagle. This is another highlight stage for me. There's always a mistake in my runs. I forget what the mistake is in this run, but like every PB I ever have with this game, there's always some mistake in the stage. So obviously you want to use those yellow platforms to get onto this guy, and you're gonna notice you're just kind of waiting, and you want to wait until you see. I think it's like my cue is when you see that top guy. When you see that top guy on stage, I jump, I shoot, and then I dash. And my goal is to get to that yellow platform and then jump off that to get here and then go up here. You don't really have to worry about this guy. I sometimes shoot him, I sometimes don't. But the moment you enter this room transition, you want to shoot because this blue shot is going to end up in hitting this guy, which is just a nice little concern-free type deal. And then there's two of like these like blue tank people. So this room is kind of precise. I messed this up. I lose a decent amount of runs to this room here. You want to take damage and then jump off that to get here. And obviously you want to get on this first one and then get on top of the second one. And when it's near the top, you want to dash and jump, and you should hit that guy. And then you jump there, and then you just wall jump up the rest of this. There's some backups. Oh, that's my mistake. Okay. Yeah, don't keep spam jumping. Just like once you get here, if you need to pause, that's fine. But like, just jump up there. Don't go down there. That's the helmet isn't necessary for this run. But with this last room, I might have to like record it a decent amount of times because there's some backup for when you mess up, but really it's kind of just you either get it or you lose sometime. And it's not as bad as dying. There have been times in the past before I optimized the game to this point where like I was able to keep runs after that. Don't jump into that guy. And then you want to ideally shoot. I guess what I do is fine. Just shoot somewhere in the middle. And then aim for this middle platform right here. Middle or last one. And then this guy takes, I think it's a charge shot and 2 pellets to kill. This jump right here, it's kind of precise. I think I start holding left around there. Yeah. Because in order to avoid this healing item, which loses a little bit of time, you kind of just have to like, it's a tight one. It's a tight thing. So yeah. I usually switch to Chameleon Sting. You want to land on that. That's how you get into the boss fight. I usually switch to it there or switch to it once I'm already in the boss arena. That's faster. And you just gonna dash forward and hold the attack button. So if Eagle does dash like that, you see how I try to like, I jump up in the direction it's coming from. I hit it. I tank some damage, and then I immediately turn around and shoot again. And I think I just hold the shoot button because it doesn't really matter. But I just turn around and shoot again, so that way I can hit 2 shots per diagonal dash. That was a strat I stole from ConfirmDeny after watching her world record in 100%. But it makes this fight more consistent. And then our last one is Flame Mammoth, another favorite of mine. So I don't know actually which, some of these platforms I don't know which go forward and backward. I know this one goes forward, and I know this one goes backward. I just jump. I pretty unilaterally jump off pretty quickly. And it's just fun to execute by, again, you're jumping. You're dashing, you're jumping. You should never, ever have to repeat a dash. just keep in mind kind of this enemy placement. I'm not sure if it's possible here to like jump onto this platform, like from the previous screen. Doesn't really matter. Don't shoot that shot too early. Shoot it when the guy's on the screen. And then shoot it again when this guy's on the screen. Make sure you're on the ground. Also, here's a safety part. If you want some extra health for the end game, it's right here. It loses maybe a few seconds to pick it up real quick. It's nice to have if you want the end game to be safe. However, at any level of practice, I think you can go without it pretty easily. Obviously, jump there. Don't do what I did. So you're gonna jump over these guys. This is kind of precise. You want to end up on the edge and then jump immediately after dashing. I paused for it just for a second. It's kind of precise. I take damage to it sometimes. So what I'm doing is kind of foolish by holding the button down. I should ideally like jump maybe, because he likes to jump. And so every tornado, you can't shoot another tornado. There's some weapons where like you can shoot more than one at a time. Tornado is not one of those weapons. It's not as broken as it is in the Super Nintendo version of this game. But I guess you can hold the shot button. I probably would be doing that if I did a run right now. But every subsequent time you want to jump a little bit and then shoot it in case he does jump over. And if he jumps over your shot entirely, you just kind of have to wait for the next one. And also the positioning of this fight room here is a little bit more lenient because the walls are farther away. So you don't really have to worry about that anywhere near as much as you do with literally every other boss, except for Sigma, of course. So now on the map, it's gonna be the outer corners are the Sigma stages. It's like that order, I think. Just gonna mash here for 20 seconds. So like the intro stage, you want to be at low enough health to just immediately get hit by Vile's orb thing. So we're gonna intentionally run into these turtles. It's not like killing them any faster, really. You want to be hit by every single one of the turtles. That guy doesn't matter. Sometimes I run into him, sometimes I don't. I don't know if it's RNG or not. But you want to be hit just every turtle once. And then you can use these little platforms to go up. You can try to follow my route. It's pretty simple and easy once you get a handle on the game's controls. The game's controls are jank, by the way. And again, don't worry about killing anything. It's perfectly fine to be low right here, because that's kind of the intent. And obviously you mash a little bit, one box of dialogue. So a lot of this whole section is just kind of like waiting for cutscenes and stuff to happen. With Vile, you have to fight him. For the rest of the stage, honestly, I try to take as little damage as possible, just because I'm not good at whatever this, I think it's like boss fighter or something, some really creative name. I'm not good at that fight, so I just try to like take it really easy and take as little damage as possible. So as soon as this cutscene is over, we want to switch to the homing torpedo. I think it's 3 lines of dialogue before. Yeah. Again, beauty of this weapon is it does all the work for you. I'd recommend just practicing the stage a bunch, like making a save, make a save right at this point in the game, and just practice the end game a whole bunch. Right after Zero Dice, we're gonna switch to Chameleon Sting, or whatever it's called, for its invincibility. Oh, jeez. You can just dash through this, and it will just carry you through. You want to start the invincibility right there, and just kind of get as high as possible. You might take like 1 or 2 hits. But you can also use the sting for like killing enemies quickly. Don't do what I'm doing here. You can go to homing torpedo. Sometimes I have full charge, sometimes I don't. I think when you do it fast and well, you're at full charge, maybe? I don't know. But just do the same thing you did during the earlier part of the game. And switch to Chameleon Sting again here. And then you just want to, like, I would strongly not recommend killing any of those enemies, because they can all drop weapon ammo stuff, and that makes it to where you pause for a long time while your weapon refills up. And also for this, you want to switch to ice, and then we're gonna use the fully charged shots, and it's 3 cycles. So anytime you get these like green things, and the spider comes down, that is like a good cycle, we'll just call it. Whatever you want to say, but that's where you can actually damage the boss. That's what you want. If at any point the boss comes down and spits out spiders, which it doesn't actually, I got really lucky, I get all 3 good, and there's no spiders. You can't damage it, and that loses a little bit of time. Positioning does not matter as much, because you just want to kill it fast. That's bottom line. Okay, this stage, this first part is a little bit tricky. You want to jump very low here. You want to avoid these platforms, because especially this platform, you can latch onto it, and then when it moves, you fall, and right below you is this hole. So be very careful when doing this. And right here, you can just shoot this guy. Actually, no, you're supposed to run through them so you can preserve the charge shot and use it on Chill Penguin. Ace would immediately use that. It's 2 charge shots and then a normal fire. So just do what I there. For the last one, you can just like hold fire, I guess. I use homing torpedo here just because I need to switch weapons anyway from fire. And it's easy to use to kill these guys. I think no, my endgame's really clean. I think it was a past BB I made that mistake, where I like didn't cling onto the ladder. Be careful, because right here, I have lost quite a bit of runs to this ledge. It is fine to wait until you get used to the timing of the jump right here, because I think a lot of people would rather that than to just fall. And that's kind of, I don't know, this game is pretty flawed in terms of like how it's ported, including the room system. It's kind of bad sometimes, and it's very important to just kind of know what's on the other side. So here you want to jump either as early as possible or just wait until you know that you're safe to just press dash and jump at the same time. You want to switch to Chameleon Sting too for this boss fight, and do the same thing you did for the first Eagle boss fight, where you just dash forward. You got a good pattern. Well, I got a good pattern here with the eagle just staying still. And switch to tornado. And then we're gonna... It's like here, I think. You want to jump as you're jumping up there. Ideally, I think you want to be either down here, just somewhere around here, and you kill that guy's little mace thing, and you also kill the enemy up here. And then again, around here-ish, you want to wait and jump around the, where that's... You want to be where this bat is, right? Somewhere around here, just to aim, and it kills the little ball thing up here. Then you're gonna switch to Chameleon Sting, because that's just this boss's weakness. Rangda Bangda, as they say. Well, as they call it the boss. What I do is I jump up on the left wall as soon as possible and kill whatever is up here. Because if the walls close in, then likely you can always jump to the other side. And be careful with that too, because this game's finicky with holding dash and jumping. So you want to be holding the dash button before you jump. It's weird, it's finicky. I've lost some like crazy paces to that finickiness of like not holding dash before jumping and ending up in the spikes. But the first thing you want to do is always just go up to this left wall, analyze what pattern it is. If it's this guy moving around, jump up or slide down as needed to kill it. If it's this eye, which it was for me, then just stay here-ish, shoot, make sure your middle one hits it. If it's this eye, then same thing, except you have the added bonus of it being closer, and so you don't have to be as precise. And once you're here, sometimes the eyes just open up and do that. Damage is fine as long as it's not like crazy. You need to be somewhat careful, but it's fine to have this happen as long as you end up over here and of course kill it. I got a really good pattern here. This is a really good, so far it's a really good endgame for me. Not all my runs get patterns, it's good. But you just kind of have to be very vigilant with this fight. This one is one that I would practice a lot. Now this is Sigma 3, or what's pretty much the boss rush stage. You want to kill that guy, of course, with your purple shot. And then we're going Spark. We're going to kill Armadillo the same way we did last time, but instead of being in the middle, we want to be over here. So last time I failed to mention how you need to stay in the middle in order to kill him properly. You want to be here, as close to the door as possible, so that way the moment that opens... oh, and I menu properly. Holy crap. As soon as the store opens, you want to be able to dash through. Or I guess what I do is, of course, menu. So for this menuing, I'm pretty sure the way it goes is it's just like down, and so you hit down and OK instead of hitting cutter twice, and that's pretty fine because your right thumb is already up here. Your left thumb should be around this D-pad thing, so you can press down and then have the time for your thumb to move down here and hit OK. So you can just menu down and then OK to select the cutter. And of course, still dash through all that. And kill these guys with it, because it's fine. You don't need the charge for Chameleon, because you're going to do the same thing you did last time. And you should have enough ammo to take care of D-Rex at the end. I'd screw up, I guess. But again, same strat that you did last time with Chameleon in its own stage. You want to keep the thing so you can kill those two enemies, and then do the same thing. Down, OK, to menu to ice. And you could probably, for the flame elephant one, you could probably menu, at least in its own stage, like from here, just left, okay? I don't know, this guy you just kill with the same normal strats as you saw. And here, I just switched to normal Buster because that's what kills these guys quickly. And then you're gonna make sure the last thing you want here is to have a charge. You want to go down. Do I menu this? No, I click shield. Okay. And I just want to do the same thing as last time. I think I get a tornado here. Yeah, just jump into it and then resume. Because otherwise he stays in it for longer. And you don't really lose much health at all. And also for menuing to tornado, you can just click up and right and then okay. You can click both buttons at the same time. You see me using that to move. So just keep that in mind. Those are some, like, the menuing like that is kind of like micro optimizations, but it still saves time. Micro optimizations add up over the course of a run. So you want to shoot around there. You want to be almost in that guy because you're going to have a full charge tornado. And then for that, this whole section, again, you shoot that guy, you stay down here. You don't want to wall kick off of him. You don't want to latch onto or wall kick off of him. You want to just wait and then start moving once you're below him. Like once you're below this line-ish right here, like from here to here, or like even lower, like this guy, like around that area, then you can start moving forward. That's just to make sure you don't latch onto him and take damage. And of course he's going to shoot laser, but if you move well enough, which I did here, then you don't have to worry about it. And again, shoot again here. And I just jump over that guy. It's not really worth, because you still have an ongoing shot, so you can't really like use the tornado to hit him. Just do the same thing you did last time for Mammoth. Just use the tornado. And you want to be kind of closer to here than not. And that kind of relies on the RNG of like what he decides to do with this bottom platform. But again, with these boss rush stages and all the Sigma stages in general, when you kill the boss, you want to be as far to the right as possible so you can continue going on. And just for this menuing also, when I menued, I pressed down and then okay to get to shock, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, just down. Okay. Just a few frames. Or I guess no, you're... Oh, jeez. I'm not going to shock. It's down... You press down twice. Which at that point you might as well just press the cutter if you know exactly where it is. But it's to each their own, you know? Each of those menuing should take only like a little bit once you're actually in the menu. So this guy has 2 charge shots and a normal cutter. I do that, I guess. You can do them in any configuration. I do that. A lot of times, if he decides to like go up into the middle and rise up, I'll do, that first shot and then I'll jump in the middle and then have that top cutter kind of hit him and then wait down here for him to lower down and then use a normal shot. Do it in whatever configuration works for you, given the RNG. And then, obviously, well, no, I need to stop saying that word. You're in the last stage now. This is the final boss fight. I switched to ice before landing, and then you're just gonna mash jump here. It might be faster to do it with like some rhyme or reason. I just mash. And then you mash, I think it's 2 two boxes of dialogue, 3, 4. 4 boxes. And you just hold the shoot button. And then you just kind of hug this corner. And sometimes you get dealt a good hand where he stays here. Sometimes you don't. And sometimes he'll like dash, he'll like zigzag up here. If he does that, you want to have a charge shot to hit him when he hits you. This is the two text boxes, by the way. This doesn't really matter. Just mash until the text is over. You kind of get a handle on which, like, after running the game enough. Switch to Spark. And then use normal shots in the sky. And just kind of, this is one, again, create a save file practice. Because you want to get pretty good at doing that phase without taking damage. And you saw what I did there. You also saw what I did wrong there. Just practice that a bit. And then you want to go to Rolling Shield. And do the same thing you did with the dog. Hug the corner. Make sure, above all else, do not let yourself get a charge shot. Because if you do that, you get the full like shield thing and you have to run into him. That is not fast. You just want to stay up here and you want to shoot as much, you want to shoot kind of in a rhythm, just to keep yourself up here. And it doesn't matter if you get hit, just keep going, And there you go. Timing ends on that last hit. Just for retiming purposes, like the moment his health is 0, that's timing over. And congratulations, you have beat Megaman X Mobile. This world record could easily be improved. And I urge anybody who is interested enough in this game, it's like I think $5 on the App Store and $10 Google Play Store or something like that. I urge anyone interested enough in this speedrun to like go for it and learn it, because it's fun. It's also, it would be nice to have more than just myself. Be nice to have more than just myself running this category, like below 40 minutes. Also, another last thing to note is that, let me check it real quick. It's a graphic setting. So when you go to settings, you go to screen. Make sure your screen size is regular. And you can also adjust the controls as much as you want. And in some cases, it's faster to use like the dash button in that right after a ladder, so that way you don't have to worry about accidentally clicking down on the ladder again. Doesn't really matter. It saves time. I mean, I'd go for it. I'd do that. So like in Cooling or in Spark Mantrol, I would have the control scheme just set to where you have the dash button, just so it's easier. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Make sure auto fires on auto charges on all weapons, and auto ladder latch on is off, because that loses time. And then, yeah, I would turn the volume down also, because this game is loud. I think I have everything on 3. But yeah, so that's Mega Man X Mobile, iOS, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, maybe once I learn 100%, I'll make a tutorial video on that, or I'll just analyze ConfirmDeny's world record, which is actually good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Super happy to, if you're still here and you're watching all of this, super happy to see, have you guys here. Thank you so much if you're still sticking around.